Coming up next on The Spot, congratulations, you've got Quince. The fine folks at EA Canada are stopping by to demo NHL 06. Ricardo Torres will walk us through the mind-bending Killer 7. Jason Ocampo knows you can't wait to play Battlefield 2. And Brad Shoemaker sneaking in with Sly 3, Honor Among Thieves, and Batman Begins. Plus, we've got trailers for Prey and Pursuit Force, as well as an interview with Bungie's Brian Jarrard showing off the new Halo 2 multiplayer maps. Better trade in that Warhog for a minivan because we're 5 and on the spot. That's awful. Hello, everyone. Here we are on the spot. It's Thursday. We're all running around like crazy, obviously.
Yeah.
Jeff, how's it going, man?
It's going good, Rich.
We've lost both Ryans now, haven't we?
Who knows where those guys
where the
are?
Ryans are? Actually, I know where at least one of them is.
I don't know where
We're hoping for some good news during the show. Maybe I'll come flying in.
We'll see.
We'll see. But right now, we are joined by David Littman. David, how's it going, my man?
Good. How are you?
All right. Welcome to the show. You're joining us from EA Canada, of course.
Yeah.
And what have you brought with you?
I brought with me NHL 06 for the Xbox and the PS2.
Nice. Now, NHL, obviously, long-standing series, been around for years. Everyone loves playing these games. There isn't a season just yet, but we're hearing some good news. My favorite player ever, Cam Neely, just got inducted in the Hall of Fame. And there's a salary cap agreement, maybe rumored. So hopefully there'll be a season next year. If not, what is NHL 06 going to bring for us?
Well, either way, we just wanted to make the best game possible, and we wanted to kind of go back to those roots back on the Sega Genesis of that really fun pick-up-and-play hockey that everyone's came to love about the NHL series. So whether there's a season or not, of course there wasn't one last year, we just want to make the best game possible. Now that we're hearing there could be a season, that's just going to get the ball rolling, get people thinking about hockey again, and when they pick up our game, I think they're going to have so much fun with it that they're just going to be thinking hockey again.
Cool. So let's see the game. What do you got going for us right now?
All right, well, I'm going to show you a little bit. We're in game here with Xbox, and I'm going to just show you a few differences from last year. You can see the real-time skate trails on the ice as I'm doing some crossovers, which is pretty cool. We have an all-new speed burst mechanic this year, which I'm going to go into replay and show a bit here. So, in most EA Sports games, you just hold speed burst until it's done, and there's really no gameplay to it, and we wanted to put a little gameplay in there. So when I speed burst, I'm going to push the puck ahead of me, just like a player would in real life. And during this time, I have a little bit less turning radius, and also I could lose the puck a bit easier. So here I actually lose it for a second there. And so you have to be really smart about when you speed burst. So once you do that, and you get into the offensive zone, you want to put both your hands back on the stick, and almost scored there. With my left analog, again, this goes back to the 94 Sega Genesis days. With my left analog, same as the D-pad back then, I can deke left and right, as you see right there. So by doing that, I actually make the goalie go down and get him to bite and get him to guess, and which is a really cool feature because that's what made NHL 94 so fun to pick up and play. And so you skate on the ice, you can do your speed burst, you do your left analog, great way to get down the ice, great way to beat the goalie.
It looked pretty smooth, too. I assume you have a little bit of practice at it, but anyone's going to be able to pick this up immediately and do that? Or?
Exactly. So, again, it's really intuitive, and it's probably the one thing people say when they pick up the game. In the last few years, we had to use the right analog to deke, and this year it's right back on the left analog. It's pretty easy to say, I'm going to go this way, or I'm going to go this way, and deke them out. So once I go in, I'm going to get my puck, try to get my puck to a star player. As you'll notice, some players have circles around them, and some players will have stars. This is San Jose, so I'm not sure how many stars they do have here.
I don't follow the Sharks too much. So.
You're a Bruins fan, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
so here's a good example, and we have incredible replays this year as well. And at the end of periods, you'll see a montage of the best plays of that period as well. And here I come in left analog, beat the goalie, and beat Turco to the side. So put my first line out here. They're kind of tired. So here's Marlowe, and he has a star. So when you see a guy with a star player, he's one of your go-to guys. And so I want to get him the puck. When I get him the puck, Stern to, I can go in, tap the right analog. When I tap the right analog, left, right, up, or down, I can get him to do star moves. So we just saw a spinorama. Let's go in and look at that. And you can also do a hop to your back skate and toe drag. You could do a kick your puck to your stick like Bure did in an NHL game once. And last year, Vinny Lecavalier scored a goal between his legs, and you could do that as well in the playoffs. So really cool stuff. There's so much offense in the game this year, and that's really, when we sat down to design our game this year, we had a lot of feedback that there was too much hitting in our game over the last couple of years.
Too much hitting?
Yeah, that's what they said. What do you think?
All right.
So we wanted to kind of take away a little bit of the hitting. So the user will still be able to hit just as well. I've already had some great hits.
Yeah.
But the CPU players will now let me set up just a little bit more. So here I am at the point I could set up, look for a deflection in front, and I'll be able to get some shots up. I can go over to the sideboard, set up, and depending on what strategy I'm in, and look for one-timers. Last year in our game, you probably would have got hit right here on the sideboards.
Right.
It was just a lot of hitting, and it wasn't as fun to play offense. And like I said, we sat down, we have the left analog, the right analog, and our one-timers this year are amazing and really hard shots. And you'll see the goalie, again, will get desperate when you could do a good one-timer, and he'll go into a desperation save. If I would have lifted that, I probably would have scored. You see the shot target
I was about
icon.
to ask about that. What is the target on there?
So a lot of people don't know, but ever since '94, wherever your left analog is aimed is where you're shooting. So when I release shoot, that's when it'll look at the left analog and say, where are you aiming? So I'm just going to aim high, I'm going to aim low, and I'll see it move depending on where my left analog is, and that's where my shot's going to go. So it's a much better way for everybody to tell where they're shooting.
You'll be able to create a player in the game, right?
Yeah, so I'm going to go into that in a little bit. And
so will you be able to create will you be able to create star players right off the bat, or is that something you have to earn?
You could develop star players right away, but they'll have a high salary if you want to take them into Dynasty.
Right.
So here's one of the right analog moves. He hops to his back, he toe drags, and you notice the water bottle fly off the net as well. So we wanted to reward the consumers when they scored this year, because they're going to score a lot more than they have in the past couple of years. That's not to say our defensive AI isn't good, it is, but they'll just play a little bit better position. But when you do score, you're going to be able to knock the water bottle off the net, and you're also going to be able to make the net mesh ripple. So a nice hard shot that goes in will make the twine ripple.
They just need to get the increased scoring now in the actual NHL, and we'll be all set.
Well, they could look at our game. They look at our game, and they'll see how we opened up the offense, because that's, I think the NHL wants to do that, and they're looking at some new rules to do that, and that's one of the things we wanted to do with this game, and I think we've done that. Everyone who's picked up this game and played it has had a great time. A nice little dive. So, play a little bit more, and then I'll take you to the front end, and we can see the new Create player. A lot of people knew that we didn't have a Create player in our game last year. So what we wanted to do is come back stronger than ever and have the best Create player you've ever seen in a hockey video game.
All right.
And, you've played Tiger, you've played all those, the cool creative player stuff. So what we did with our game is we have Creation Zone now, Player Editor, Create Team, and Create Player. So you can go in and edit any player you want. If you don't think Boston's good enough, you can go in there and edit their stats.
They need a little bit of help. I'll do the first 2 minutes.
Yeah. So, they need to bring Cam Neely back.
They just need to do something.
So here's our guy. We could make him any name we want. We'll just go through here and get to the good stuff.
Oh, man.
Let's make him 6'3". And so here's a guy. He starts out kind of average. I can then go in, and with the dual analog control, I could morph his face any way I want and make him exactly how I'd like him to be. Let's see, let's go to his eyebrows. Make him kind of mean because he's a hockey player, I guess. And we can kind of make him look funny as well. And you can kind of make yourself, or you could just make the toughest looking guy you want. And so you've seen this a few times, but what makes our creative player kind of special is you can put a couple black eyes on him.
Nice.
Let's give him that one. Give him some scars, because he's a tough hockey player. You played hockey, so you know how tough
on the chin
how tough we are. Yeah, and could break his nose as well if we want it. Right. So then we'll go give him some.
He looks pretty.
Equipment. Yeah, he's definitely a hockey player, and give him a visor.
Is there a lot of licensed equipment in the game?
Yeah, you can see here we have Easton Graf, CCM, Bauer, Nike, some different sticks, the new Vapor XX, and the Eastern Synergy, and so there's just some great stuff, and you can give any player that. And you could also, in the player editor, change stuff around too. So there we go. And then, so when I create him, I could make him a fighter, and I could then up his all his attributes. So you'll notice, as I start upping his attributes, his salary is going to go up. And now this guy, so he's a pretty good player. He's worth $4 million. When you take him in your dynasty, he's worth $4 million. You have to pay him that. And in our dynasty mode, the really cool thing about it is the less you spend on your team, the more profit you make, and the more profit you make, you could start getting all your upgrades. And so let's go in there for a quick second and check that out.
So for John Latour from New York, who asked, I heard character customization is making an appearance. There it is for you. Sorry we didn't ask it before we showed it, John, but we did get your question.
Yeah, so that's, we had a lot of feedback, and when we designed this game, we went on all the websites, and we went into all the forums, and we listened to the reviewer feedback, and had focus groups, and pretty much the two biggest things we heard were there's a little too much hitting in the game, so we don't want to improve that a bit, and bring back Create Player, and bring back the customization that people have loved. So here's another really cool thing in Dynasty. You could bring your created team if you want, so you create your whole team with all your friends and everything. You could make them look exactly the way you want them to look. You go into a Dynasty, you could play them against all the NHL teams. And a new feature this year that some of you have seen in MVP Baseball kind of introduced it for EA is you could now, since there's 82 games in a season, you're just sitting along and it's 1-1, and I'm going to jump in here. And I could jump in at overtime, I could jump in with 5 minutes left, and I could jump in at any period. So the cool thing about that is, if you get behind in the game, you're down 2-1, 3-1, 4-1 late in the game, you'll actually get more money for your dynasty than you would if you just let the game sim itself. So it's kind of you kind of want to go in there and play the game. So it's third period, 5 minutes left, and here I am trying to be the hero. And usually I could pull these off. And so now you have your gameplay mixed in with your dynasty mode, so it's kind of cool, and your creative players.
And that looked like that was one of the Sutter brothers, right?
Yeah. It was like
so licensed coaches, and
we have licensed coaches. Yeah.
Great. We have another question here. This is from James Whitsack in Gulf, Ontario. What hockey stats are you using for 06?
What's that?
I'm sorry, what is it?
I think it's Guelph.
Guelph?
Yeah.
I said golf.
Okay.
Yeah. I like your answer better. What hockey stats are you using for 06 since there's no NHL going on right now? So
we have a lot of the same stats from the year before, and basically keeping most guys the same. One of the main reasons we put in the player editor is so if fans out there want to change their guys around a little bit because they thought, well, they probably gained about 10 pounds and they're probably not as fast because they took a year off, then they could certainly go in there and do that. Right. But pretty much the same attributes. The other thing is we have elite leagues in our game, and those are the best leagues in Sweden, Finland, and Germany.
Right.
And a lot of players went over there. And so some of those we have on their elite league teams as well.
Will there be any sort of online roster updates or anything like that, so you can adjust things kind of as hockey gets going again, or if it gets going again?
Yeah, definitely. So if hockey gets going again, Sidney Crosby gets drafted and he's playing for the Rangers or something like that, we'll have downloads. So Sidney Crosby will then be in the game. Which is really cool because we definitely want to keep as up to date as possible with all the changes that are going to happen.
Nice. You want to take some more questions from the crowd?
Sure.
All right, sweet. This is a question from the UK, David Morris. What live options does the game have?
That's a great question because we're going to be live in Europe for the first time on Xbox. Right. So that worked out well. That caller. And some other things we're doing are when you go online, there'll be a real-time ticker there where you'll see real-life scores of hockey games, baseball games, football games, and you'll be able to see what's going on in the world of sports, which is cool. And we have a new ladder system and a new ranking system, a little bit more RPG-ish where depending on how well you do in your games, you can go up the ladder and be ranked #1 in the world if you want.
Cool. He had actually a follow-up question. Can we talk Xbox 360? Is it too early? What are we looking at?
Yeah, it's too early, just like you said.
That's fine.
But we got great things planned for the future.
Understandable. We can't wait. After E3, we're all chomping at the bit.
Oh, I'm just as excited as anybody. I can't wait to.
They look nice. What are the fights going to be like? Is there some sort of special fighting mechanic?
So our fights the last couple of years changed a lot from how they were in 2003, and there's a lot more grappling. So you can grab onto the guy's jersey. It hasn't changed much since last year. We had great feedback on people love the fighting, so we're keeping it very much the same. The goalies can still fight now and then. We're seeing right now our free for all. We have a mini game. We made it into an outdoor arena, and so now when you're practicing all your offensive moves here, I can just go in on the goalie and start practicing all my moves here. And so it's kind of a practice mode, but you can also take 4 players and play against your friends. and it's just every man for himself on the goalie, and it's kind of fun.
Poor goalie.
Yeah, the poor goalie. But I used to be a goalie, and it was the same kind of thing. After practice, all the guys just want to score, and they all, you know that.
Yeah.
Right?
Stick around, goalie. Come on, it'll be fun.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we have for questions here. Roger in Ottawa wants to know, did the strike force you rethink your approach to the NHL in any way? And have you ever considered games for other hockey leagues? Well, you mentioned the elite leagues. I'll throw college out there. Have you been thinking of anything like that, or?
So we've always thought of stuff like that. Hey, you want to play for a bit?
Yeah, sure.
We've always thought of stuff like that. What we can do, there's AHL, there's the major junior, there's the NCAA, and we're always looking at things like that. I don't have anything I could say yet. But we do have the elite leagues in Europe. So this year actually was probably the best year for the elite leagues ever, because there were so many NHL players over there that their fans, I think they doubled their attendance in Sweden, Finland, and Germany.
Nice.
And so we have those leagues, which is cool. We also have the world team, so you can pick Canada, play against the United States or whoever you want to, and do some world tournaments as well.
Great. Well, I think we're a little short on time, unfortunately. Do we want to talk about what we were talking about right before we went on the air? Oh, what are you doing here, Jeff?
I'm not scoring.
Oh, you just won. You just won.
Nice work.
All new celebrations this year too, and when you score with the right analog, which are the cool goals, you get special celebrations. We even got the Yager salute in there.
Nice. Well, as our handy stage hand switches
over to PS2
over to the PlayStation 2 version.
All right.
All right.
So where am I? This one?
Is that one?
Yeah, this one's here.
It's player 2, but if you don't mind.
That doesn't matter.
All right, cool.
So, all right. So you want to?
I will ask.
Yeah.
All right. Does the PlayStation 2 version of the game have anything special to it that you can show us right now?
I think I could do that.
All right.
It's amazing you asked that. But before I do that, we have this really beautiful intro video that's brand new this year. That if you could hear the music, it's really great.
They can hear the music.
And while I'm talking, while you see this for a bit, I want to say that our Xbox version has normal mapping and these incredible textures on the jerseys and jersey tucks and lots of cool stuff. For PS2 fans, we have probably the most asked about new feature we've ever heard when we go on forums and talk to reviewers, and that is that you can play NHL 94 in the PS2 version.
All right.
And that's just like so cool, and we're having a lot of fun playing it. And you will notice that it's not as probably exactly as you remember, right? Just like when you play all the treasure games and the old games or Atari and stuff like that. But it's a lot of fun. Yeah. And like I said, it's the perfect year for it, because when we sat down this year, we said, let's make the game just as fun as NHL 94, and to have it in our game is really something special.
There it is.
And you'll hear the organ music, and it'll just bring you right back to 10 years ago, 11 years ago, you know.
So is this based on, because I know there were some differences between the two, is this based on the Super Nintendo version or the Genesis version?
Mostly the Sega Genesis version.
Okay.
Yeah. And so there's some great stuff. I'm not going to go in game right now, but
no problem.
I think everyone's going to be excited enough.
Yeah,
I think if I was out there, I'd be buying Xbox and PS2 probably, because they each kind of do really, really cool stuff.
Now, when are these games coming out?
So the games will be out in September, and they'll be out for the PS2, Xbox, GameCube, and PC.
Great. Well, thanks for coming by, David.
My pleasure.
We appreciate it. We look forward to hearing more about this game.
Okay, cool.
And we will as the months come. Right now, however, Jeff, as you know, coming in on the site recently, we've had a whole bunch of great trailers from E3 finally getting released to the public. Tons of great stuff. Right now, the number one that I've watched several times is the 11.5-minute demo for Prey.
Yeah.
We're going to show it all. No, we're not going to show it all right. We have the first just about 3 minutes or so you check it out right now. David, thanks for coming by. Appreciate it. The game looks great, and check it out. It is an abbreviated version of the Prey trailer.
Cool.
They have long foretold the return of the mountain spirits. They have said that they would cleanse the desert, that the weak would fall under the teeth of dogs. But they never foretold of this. We had no idea that we would become their prey.
And if you want to see the rest of that demo, head over to the Prey Game Space. 11.5 minutes. It looks really good. Now, Ricardo, welcome to the set, first of all.
Howdy.
Can one of you explain to me the history of this game? It's been around, floating out there for a little bit, hasn't it?
It was one of the infamous Capcom 5.
Capcom 5, yeah. Well, the 5 games that started out exclusive to the GameCube, but now Capcom is bringing Killer 7.
Which is what we're talking about. I'm sorry, I should have included that in my question.
Yeah.
Can you tell me about Killer 7? There you go. Right,
we can.
We're covered. All right.
So this is one of the Capcom 5 games that was originally GameCube exclusive, and now it's coming to GameCube and PlayStation 2. And it's, as I understand it, completely insane, right?
It is completely insane. We got an early look at the GameCube vision a little while ago, and we didn't know what to expect.
We didn't, but I can tell you right now what to expect, actually, is that Killer 7 is an M-rated title, correct?
It is.
Right now, you're going to see some graphic stuff, maybe you're going to hear some colorful language, so if there's anyone around you who'd be upset by this, stop watching, and sorry, we'll be an archive version later, maybe. I'm not,
Turn the sound down for 10 minutes.
All right,
so,
good, sweet. It's an M-rated game. Disclaimer.
Good.
Yeah.
Yes, Ricardo. So what is the game? Now that you've actually played it, is it bananas?
It's bananas. It's very cinematic, and that's something that you hear a lot. Mm-hmm. That's been the catchphrase for 2 generations now.
Totally. We're going for more cinematic experience with our game.
And you have this crazy assassin, pretty much. He's a wheelchair-bound assassin who's got multiple personalities.
Obviously.
Yeah, of course. And unlike other multiple personalities, where it's just like voices in your head, he's actually got bodies to go along with the voices. And what you end up having is actually this time no BS. It's a really cinematic game that follows these different characters and uses a very sort of like almost like Sin City, huh?
Yeah, it's got kind of a similar thing going on. I mean, they definitely went for a very unique visual style with the game, which you can see. I mean, the whole game kind of looks like this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, these are the characters. It's like it's not quite cel shaded. It's not quite,
Yeah.
It's not quite traditional polygons. It's very heavy on like dark lines and shadow, and just like real stylized backgrounds. Because you don't really have to sweat the sort of like crazy hyper-realistic lighting and effects that you would in other games. And so this is one of the main guys. He's actually one of the key characters in the game because as you play, you're going to be able to alternate between the different characters, and he's the only one that can revive one of them if they go down. So you'll start playing as him, and you'll have to go kind of collect the parts, put him in his little thing, and then revive the posse. I'm just going to hop in to the game. Each level will give you sort of like an explanation of what your assignment is, which typically it's kill a lot of stuff.
Oh, now, and the story of the game is that there's a cult named Heaven Smile. I believe. Yes. Oh, there it is. Hey, Heaven Smile.
Yes.
And they all go crazy, and if they touch you, they explode.
Pretty much.
Just like real life.
Yeah, like any other cult, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's really weird because, you have a map, pretty much kind of fills you in on stuff, and you basically have to go forward on. It's kind of a rail, kind of, but there's a lot of branching paths, and there's a lot of shooting involved. You switch to first person for the shooting, which we'll be doing in a second.
Now, when you say on a rail, you're not actually using the left analog stick to run him around like you would in a normal game, right?
In this particular case, you are pressing, I believe it's the X button. I wasn't even paying attention to what I was doing. But yeah, you press the X button, and you just walk forward, and there's another button to sort of reorient yourself to 180, and then you can walk backward.
Oh, his eyes are glowing. He can't be good.
He's not, because see?
Oh, Heaven Smile.
That's Tom Cruise. He's part of the cult, man.
Yep.
And you collect blood, because, again, thing to do.
Yep.
Totally.
As you take out people, you need to target specific spots. It's usually in your best interest to take out the Heaven Smiles before they get too close to you, by just plugging them full of bullets. The whole like strategy part, well, not strategy, but the skill part of it is each Heaven Smile has like Sorry, there we go. Each Heaven Smile has like a weak spot that if you can, it's like one hit kill pretty much, right?
Right, that's the little yellow part, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you can actually target that and do it right, you'll get more blood, which you can use for a variety of different fun uses.
Now there's like 2 different kinds of blood, right?
Yes.
Like there's serum and there's the thin stuff.
Yes. See, and here's one of my little friends now.
Hey, buddy, why are you invisible?
Because I didn't scan him.
Oh.
You see, I got exploded.
You doing okay?
And the eyeball in the upper left-hand corner, you have to scan them, and then you just start plugging away at them.
There it is. On his leg, I think. Oh, maybe not.
That works too, right?
Yeah, that was fine.
Yeah, just keep shooting.
Yeah.
But it actually ends up being pretty fun. Actually, let's see, because it's got the craziest cast I think you've probably ever seen in a game.
I think we just saw a couple of them standing by right there, right? Those were
the one dude that sort of looks like Voldo from Soul Calibur, only like deeper into bondage, is actually your guide.
Okay.
And he tells you about different mechanics in the game and whatnot. That's him, but I'm not going to shoot him because he's nice. His name is Iwazaru, but if you keep on going, take this, have to reload. And the thing is, there's all sorts of different Heaven Smiles, because this one keeps decanting stuff in egg form. And
Sure, yeah, no.
Oh, nice. So you hit the yellow part right
Yes.
there,
and what you're actually needing to do is shoot
the one in the
You
background.
got blood! Just like mail.
the egg dispenser. And there we are. But at the same time, you have to sweat the eggs that are coming. And then you scan them, and then you
This is fairly early on in the game. This seems a little difficult for something so early. Is this?
It's actually pretty easy.
Is it? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, you just have to know where to aim and where to target, and it's not so bad. It starts to get sort of insane because close quarters is where it starts to become a problem, because whole thing is the Heaven Smiles, most of the time they're kind of cloaked.
Yeah, I saw that little invisible.
What we don't actually hear right now is the audio in the game. I think the best way to I guess explain it is if anybody remembers playing System Shock 2, do you remember like the sound of the monkeys? Like every time you heard that chittering, you were freaking out because you knew like these mutant monkeys were just going to do bad things to you. Well, you listen for crazy laughter because Heaven Smile are, as far as insane terrorists go, pretty happy.
They're having a good time.
Yeah.
They're out there making things happen. Who can blame them?
They can explode at will.
So because of that, you listen for the laughter, and then you start looking around with your little scanner, and then if you spot them, you give them a quick scan, and then you make them visible, and then they're vulnerable to your bullets.
This reload mechanic you keep seeing, is that automatic?
It's automatic, or you can force it by pressing one of the buttons.
Okay.
And it's very, like I said, it's very bizarre, and it may not seem like, it may seem like a very sort of like simple and straightforward game that wouldn't be really, I guess, kind of up to par with modern stuff. But, I don't think I can stress enough as to how weird the story is.
I mean, with character names like Dan Smith, something weird's going on.
It has to.
And the cast of personalities is pretty insane. One of them is this sort of goth chick, and one of her abilities is to actually use her blood to solve puzzles.
Okay.
Secret cutting. All right.
We have a video on the site where the talking head in a clothes dryer.
Yes, also surprising amount of ghosts in the game. We have exploding...
Oh, nice.
Yes.
That was cool.
We have exploding terrorists, and we also have...
Oh, geez.
Yeah, we have exploding terrorists, and we also have a lot of ghosts that pop up in the game. And initially, story, not going to make a whole lot of sense to you.
That guy in the background is just not going away, is he?
No. We should probably wrap up.
No problem. You want to take a question
Yeah,
real
we
quick?
should probably move
All
to
right,
questions.
we'll give you one question because I know you're a busy man. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on in the industry
Sure.
right now. Daniel Perez in Brazil. Are there any differences between the PlayStation 2 and GameCube versions in terms of graphics and control?
The control, obviously, is going to be slightly different for each console just because of the controller. But it is the basic mechanics of you're going down in a row, you know, you're coming to these junctions, and that's the only time that you really use the analog stick, because as you saw, there were a couple different choices that you'd have, like hallway, talk to this guy, move over here, and that's what you use the stick for. And pretty much it's just the shoulder buttons to scan, and then the right trigger to shoot.
And
Oh, it's going to blow up on you.
oh,
geez.
the egg got you.
And then, as far as content goes, it is the same game on both. And the graphics are comparable, I think, probably because development led on the Cube. Cube version is a little cleaner, a little sharper, but PS2 version is really close to it. And the nice thing about this game is that it's more about style than about the amount of polygons it's pushing. You know, and it's very sort of like loopy because it's all flat shaded stuff, really, and a lot of bright colors, and PS2's fine with that. Actually, if we look at this real quick.
Sure.
So I died.
Unfortunately, while you're
And-
talking to us, we appreciate it.
And so, you know, this is one of the crazy interfaces that you see in the game. You change to Garcian, who you can then send to collect your pieces. And, you know, you're in the rooms where you change are sort of like his head. So, you know, you've got different people. You've got Samantha, who's one of the weirder characters in the game.
That's saying something.
Yes. You know, and then here's this guy here. And then just go out into the hallway. Because Samantha is, you know, in a game full of multiple personalities, she's even more eccentric than you would think. Because based on the main guy, Harmon's, like, mental state and condition, she has different appearances. Like, when he's conscious in his own head, you know, she looks like your typical, like, nurse. But when you are unconscious as Harmon, which happens occasionally in the game, some stuff happens that's disturbing.
Okay.
And, you know, it's a very surreal game, and it's definitely not something I think anybody expected, because for the longest time when we heard about the game, what'd you know about it? You just saw that it looked really cool, and there's no way it's going to look that way.
Right.
And, yeah.
Hey, pieces.
And now you find your pieces conveniently in, like, little baggy form.
Oh, what's in the case, man? What's in the case?
Well, it's,
It's body pieces.
yeah.
Nice.
It's like his little pieces case.
Don't mix that up with your lunch.
And then, you know, you go sort of like to your TV, and then you revive yourself. Because, see, there's who you got. There's Dan.
Right.
So you gotta resurrect him, and you do that by infusing him with serum by pressing the X button really fast.
Bring the bag back to life, man. Come on.
And boom, life infusion complete, and he's back. So,
Oh, Dan Smith.
Welcome back, Dan.
yeah.
Thanks for bringing the game by, Ricardo. When's it coming out?
It is coming out next month.
Really?
Yeah.
That's soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming by.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. That's just 2 of the 5 demos we have coming today. That is
Crazy.
just 2.
That's crazy.
We have plenty of room to go. Speaking of 5, by the way, just yesterday on the site, I do believe, we released information on the 5 new Halo 2 multiplayer maps.
Uh-huh.
You've heard of these things?
Yeah. The whole
There's
map
a
thing,
feature
sure.
story, plenty of screenshots, plenty of explanation, and there's also a developer interview.
Right on.
Which is a nice 5 minutes. But we've shrunk it down to about 2 for you to watch right now. So check us out, come back, and we'll have Jason here with Battlefield 2. All right, see you soon.
4 maps out there, and hopefully people were excited about them as we were. They're great maps. They really raised the bar for the Halo 2 gameplay experience. The remaining 5 maps are equally diverse. One of the maps we have is called Gemini. It's a sort of a medium to small arena type map, which is actually based on a map that came out part of Bungie's Marathon trilogy years back. The original map was called Duality, So this map shares geometry with that map, but obviously has had a substantial graphical overhaul. Backwash is a really interesting map. Graphically, it's unlike anything else we have out there right now. Backwash is loosely inspired by the swamp level from Halo 1, where you actually first encounter a guilty spark and you eventually go on to discover the flood. Backwash is designed mostly as a Slayer sort of arena-based map as well. What's really cool about it is it's set in the swamp and it has a really ethereal setting to it. It's very foggy. Your field of view is very, very limited. It kind of has this claustrophobic, intense feel to it. The next map we have coming out is Elongation. And Elongation is another pseudo-port from Halo 1. Fans of Halo 1 remember a map called Longest, which is essentially 2 long corridors with a base at either end. Elongation shares the same basic layout, also been completely overhauled. Now the setting is on an orbital space freighter above Earth. It's a pretty small, intense map, probably ideal for maybe 4 to 6 players. Next map we have is called Terminal, one of the larger and more dynamic maps that we have coming out. Been described by some of the design team as sort of Zanzibar Plus. It's more or less asymmetrical. There's a base on one side, a kind of a garage base on the other side. Fairly large. The defining aspect of Terminal, though, is it actually has a monorail track that runs through the map. The 5th map is called Relic. Relic is essentially one big island, sort of set in the middle of the ocean. It's a big outdoor, wide, expansive environment that has plenty of rocks and things to grab cover on with one central base. The multiplayer map pack will be on retail stores in the US on June 28th. It's for $19.99. The 5 maps themselves can also be purchased over Xbox Live for $11.99.
And we are back. Jason, welcome to the set. We're going to let you get your Battlefield 2 on. Jeff, talk to me about some Halo 2.
Halo 2, man, it's crazy. Well, I guess it's not really that crazy, but Halo 2 is still like one of the most popular games on Xbox Live. You know, in terms of like people playing it. You know, there's been other stuff coming out that I've been way into, but like by and large, Halo 2 is still where it's at. And you know, by bringing these maps out, I'm sure they're just gonna, you know, keep all those players playing it, and then bring a whole bunch of people back to Halo 2. And it's pretty cool how they're releasing that stuff too. They're gonna release it as a content download, obviously, but then they're going to sell it at retail. And then at some point, you know, if you're not the Halo super fan that needs to get it all right away, all that stuff's eventually apparently just going to become free.
Really?
Like by the end of the summer. If you can hold out, then you'll just get 9 maps for nothing. So that's a pretty good deal.
And also, there's the new cinematic and a new documentary that are going to be available on the retail one.
Right. Yeah. So you know, that's like and also if you go out and buy it in stores, you know, if you're not an Xbox Live player, which is kind of what the retail disc is aimed at, the retail disc will have the 1.1 Halo 2 update on it, which is all the stuff they've patched into the game, you know, fixes and little rebalancing stuff that they've done over the months since the game's been released. So it'll bring everyone kind of up to date with what Halo 2 is now, as opposed to what Halo 2 was when it first came out.
And the full interview is currently available on the GameSpace. Check it out. Be sure to watch it.
Yeah.
I think my favorite line was that he says something to the effect of, "No, the new cinematic is not the real ending to Halo 2." So he's got a good sense of humor about things.
Yeah. And, it's funny how many people bring that up. You know, I guess they do have to address it at some point, because it's kind of, everyone's like, hey,
Halo 3.
Yeah.
Halo 3, same time as PlayStation 3.
Right, yeah.
We'll see how
Bill
that
Gates
goes.
said, so you Bungie guys, get back to work.
Way to just put that out. Yeah, that's savage, I believe, in the words of Greg.
Definitely.
Definitely savage. Jason, how are we looking over there, my good sir?
You know, we
need a few more minutes?
Just a little snafu, but, you know, we're getting back up here in a minute.
It's not a snafu. It's a good show.
All right.
Yeah, we're doing fine.
You know, just the one thing so far, you know, I'm loving this game, but yeah, the load times, if you remember Battlefield Vietnam, the load times are... The only machine I've actually seen it actually load really fast is one of those hideously expensive new dual cores. And, you know, so that's good news in the future, but for now, most of us are going to have to suffer through some load times. And
well, while you keep suffering, Jeff, we'll sit here and talk. Jeff,
sure.
We got a DVD coming out.
A DVD?
We do. The E3 2005 DVD.
Just one DVD?
Well, it is one DVD set.
Okay.
It is 6,
that I understand.
It is 6 discs of E3.
That is a lot of discs.
6 discs.
I was at E3. I don't know if you know. But
I was there. I saw you there.
You know, there was a lot of stuff there. 6 discs seems extravagant almost.
It's 16 hours of content, I've heard.
Damn.
That's what I was looking at the pre-order page because I'm thinking about buying one. Actually, I'm going to get mine for free probably because I'm working on it. But I was looking at it, and it says 16 hours on it right there.
Cool. Yeah, I've been looking at the discs so far. They're coming along in the process. It looks really cool. There's the menus are really awesome. There's just a lot of cool stuff on that, and just a ton of really awesome footage. Like that whole Prey trailer that we were talking about. I was just watching that this morning. That's on there, and that looks really good. It's a great way to see a lot of that footage. But I think probably disc 1 is probably going to be the most interesting disc of the set. That's where you're going to find stuff that you can't find on the site right now.
That's where the magic is. We're talking Editor's Choice Awards video piece. We're talking the press conference highlights.
Yeah.
We're talking...
the documentary.
Oh, wait, there's a documentary!
Yeah. We've got a full feature-length thing coming along, and that's...
Oh, hey, look, there it is.
Oh,
There's Electric Showdown is what it's called. Witness video game history in the making. David Shocker and his team have been working very hard on it. It looks amazing. And this is pretty much the most amazing movie poster I've ever seen.
I just hope that they cut out all the shots of me picking my nose and sleeping at my desk and stuff.
I like that movie poster.
Yeah.
I see that poster and I think Highlander.
Yeah, totally.
E3 2005.
There can be only one.
There can be only one.
And that's really when you think about E3, that's kind of how the show went down. Is it really was a showdown in a sense because everyone's trying to outdo everyone, and at E3 and then post E3, the talk's been real nasty.
Has it really?
All these company representatives, you got Sony people coming out and saying, well, the Xbox 1.5. And then, you got Nintendo saying, we're making a game machine. I don't know what these guys are doing with the crazy DVR and bolt-on crazy George Foreman grill action. And so it's gotten real nasty already. And these systems aren't coming out for months.
Forever.
So, it's like totally become the spectator sport of just watching the trash talk fly. It's like, it almost seems like the executives have been like, reading message boards or something and have just like got that weird mentality.
Or posting in message boards.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
their marketing assistants do all that. They're too busy to
I'm
do
sorry,
that.
my bad.
They don't stir it up themselves.
They just said today like the PlayStation 3 hard drive is going to be running Linux, apparently.
Yeah. So it won't come with a hard drive. They kind of
Okay.
confirmed that because they're saying that it could come with a hard drive, it just wouldn't be big enough because the online cell storage that we talked about last week, aging your movies to high definition. It's online storage that
the wine cellar
it's potentially
movies.
terabytes of space.
They need more.
They need more. So it's going to have a hard drive slot on it, and you'll be able to put that in there. Yeah, they're saying the PlayStation 3 is a supercomputer. It's not even a toy.
I think by like definition of supercomputer a couple years ago, technically it is. I think.
I guess it is. Well, it's like
because it does a teraflop of something.
So okay, The Last Starfighter was on earlier this week, and I watched that.
That's phenomenal.
And yeah.
Yeah.
So all the scenes in that are pre-rendered by a Cray supercomputer. This is like 20 years ago supercomputer. You imagine the Whopper-size war game style mainframe churning out spaceships.
Yeah.
And the graphics in Last Starfighter look a lot better than a lot of the games we're playing today.
Do they really?
That's like 20 years ago. Oh, well, okay, let me put it this way.
Yeah.
There's no aliasing. There's no jaggy edges on these ships. They're just smooth. The lighting's crisp. And I feel like I've been ripped off.
Well, what won't rip you off?
What?
The $19.95 you're going to pay for the 6-disc GameSpot to go E3 2005 DVD. $14.95 for annual GameSpot complete members.
Oh, man.
I know. You can't wait for that. You know what else is awesome? Speaking of great graphics.
Lay it on me.
Battlefield 2!
Yeah!
It's up and running. We're done stalling for time. Jason, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks a lot, guys. What a way to break me in.
We
here.
totally appreciate it, man. Let's see this game. Fire it up. Tell us all about it. Everyone wants to know about this game.
This is probably one of the, well, no, not probably. This is one of the biggest PC games of the year. This is the sequel to Battlefield 1942 and Battlefield Vietnam, but this is the first sequel done by the original Battlefield developers in Sweden. So they've gone totally next-gen with it. The game looks absolutely phenomenal. It's all set in the near future, so you get to play with modern weapons and equipment and a few kind of top secret or classified stuff. It's Battlefield 2. You get to play three nations, as one of three nations really, the U.S., China, or the fictional Middle Eastern coalition, and you basically go around trying to kill the other team. And since this is all online only, or online mainly, you have up to 16, 32, or 64 players online and divided into two teams, and it gets pretty crazy. Unfortunately, I'm looking for looking for a vehicle right now.
That's all right.
But somebody just got me.
Someone found it.
You will die really fast in this game in a good way, though.
How many people are you playing with right now?
Right now, it looks like EA mustered about 15, 20 people or so.
Nice.
So, yeah, I mean, this is a smaller game. Eventually you'll get like 32 people on a side, and it gets pretty crazy. Oops, there we go.
64 total.
Whoa, good math.
that's
Hey.
right.
I guess,
I'm here for a reason.
crap. So here we are. And you jump around, and basically anyone who has a red name over them, like this guy, is trouble. But the problem is I can't kill a tank with my current kit, so I'm just going to run away over here.
All right.
Somebody was shooting at me. The game's just incredibly phenomenal, though.
What's the name of the level you're on right now?
God, I think this is Dragon Valley. And it's just that. It's a pretty interesting valley somewhere in Asia, all fictional, of course. In the middle of it is kind of like this industrial area. So on the this is what I get when I stand in the open.
We appreciate it, though. You're showing us what it looks like.
Yeah, so you stand in the open and you get shot. But there's these cliffs and roads up on the side, which give you some elevation, and a few helicopters as well. So you basically can do all sorts of maneuvering on the chopper or jumping in a vehicle. Here we go.
Hey, now.
You get to see my, oh crap, there's a tank too.
You can get it.
I wonder if I'm going to die before this. Here we go, go.
Oh! Get off the ground.
No!
Spin around and shoot him.
Spin. Oh!
And this is what playing Battlefield 2 is all about, right?
It is. This game is all about crazy moments. I mean, you'll play a single match, and in that single match you'll have like a couple dozen desperate firefights, some just insane moments when a rocket just whizzes right by your head and you hear it and you see the smoke trail. Somebody will strafe you on a chopper and you'll see the dirt kicked around all over you. It's a pretty crazy game, and unfortunately the EA guys are not playing nice right now. This is one of the weird parts about like playing these kinds of games is the EA guys have been playing it for months and they're all assassins at this point. So,
I saw a moment yesterday. I think it was guide editor Matt Rory might have been playing this game, and he took off in an aircraft. I believe it might have been a jet.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then he parachuted out of the jet, armed himself with C4, and was dropping it below him and blowing up a bridge as he was falling.
Really?
Yeah, that was just that's the kind of stuff that people can do in this game.
I mean, it's always interesting. People improvise those crazy tactics, and even though it's not something they do in the real world, go ahead and do it in Battlefield 2 because
maybe they should be doing it in the real world.
It's pretty suicidal. The nice thing about Battlefield is you get these tickets. I mean, right now my side's losing. We only have 33 spawns left before we lose this map, but it's pretty crazy.
So what can you tell us about? I know there's been some talk about Battlefield TV. It's kind of a way to kind of watch matches. Is that?
Yeah, it's kind of like it's a way to watch matches. It's also a way to record your matches. So basically, this thing's running all the time. And let's say you have one of those many great moments, and you want to put it together in a video. You can. All the trailers you've seen to date for this game. All the recent ones were all made in-game using Battlefield TV, and as incredible as they look, those are all gameplay. I mean, and it's really incredible, and it's going to be a hideously great way to just like brag because you're going to be able to just. There's that great moment where you see the missile literally fly through the doors of the helicopter so it never explodes. Yeah, everyone's going to have those moments.
I remember that. I think that was one of the first pieces of video they released for the game, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was really early, and it just gotten better since. Come on.
You feel like taking some questions from the audience?
Yeah, definitely.
As always, on the spot, made by the GameSpot Complete member sending us in questions, so continue to do so on the form on the bottom of the page. If you don't see a form,
down there.
then you're not a GameSpot Complete member. You got to sign up. Do it.
Yep.
Do it now. All right. This is from the UK. Waza is his name. Sure, it's his real name. With the addition to fire teams in Battlefield 2, will each fire team have their own unique chat channel? And how does the commander chat to each fire team?
Okay, yeah, voice is a really big part in this game. So, basically, ideally you'll have a headset because, there's built-in voice. Mm-hmm. But what happens is, yes, you join a squad. So it's not just like 32 guys on a team. There will be a commander who can kind of speak to everyone, but he speaks to the squad leaders. And so you'll join a squad or you're a squad leader. If you're the squad leader, you can talk to the members of your squad only, or you can talk to the commander. The commander can talk to you, and it's kind of like a chain of command. That way not everyone's cluttering up, just talking all the time, and you hear like 64 people chatting. It's all very well thought out. So the only people you hear are the people you need to talk to. It's either your teammates if you're on a squad or your squad leader telling you what you need to do, or it's the commander kind of issuing out orders and, oh crap. There we go.
Yeah.
The parachute button, number 9, never forget that one. Everyone, even the infantry guys carry parachutes. It's wonderful. Somebody's shooting at me. Yeah.
So actually, can you tell us for a moment about the commander mode?
Yeah, the commander mode is this way to try to coordinate things again, because one of the problems inherent in these kinds of games is you get 64 people, and it's just 64 people with guns running around, and as crazy as it sounds, it's not too conducive to teams. So each team will have a commander, and that's kind of determined by your rank, and that's persistently kind of like, as you play the game, it keeps stats. So the better you play, the higher your rank. If you play on a game you have the highest rank, you're the commander, or if you're voted into it. And it just kind of gives you a chance. You get a map view, and you can kind of like do cool things like you can drop artillery on a spot, or you can drop supplies, or you can call in a UAV, and it will, it will show to everyone who can see it, what's there, kind of real-time intelligence.
We appreciate you answering the questions while you don't know.
Yeah, that's always tough, but so the commander mode, it's going to be very sought after because it's very powerful, but they're trying to make sure that only the people who are qualified can do it, because otherwise you're going to have pure chaos.
Run into this water.
Yeah.
Now, another function of the game I remember you talking about is the way the maps work depending on the number of players you have playing the game. So if there's only 16 people in the game, then it's going to be a smaller map, right?
Yeah, there's only about 12 or so maps that ship with the game, but they scale. So there are 3 sizes for each map. And at the smaller levels, we're talking like 16 people, it's very small and intimate. There's only a few control points. It's kind of like Counter-Strike, but with a few vehicles. You get 32, and it opens up a bit more, and there's a lot more vehicles, and you get like tanks and more, more helicopters.
Shooting each other from afar away.
64, you get the whole wide open map, and it's huge, and it's big enough you have jets doing dogfights, and it's just crazy all around you. But it's a nice solution, because in previous Battlefields, they just had like one map would be geared for one map size.
Right.
So this way, if you have a favorite map and you don't have enough players, it'll scale down. And
well, this map right here, you said you're only playing with about 16 people.
Yeah,
right?
this is about, I think, that running about this is close to a 16 player. No, 32. This is a 32.
Oh, it's a 30. I was about to say this map seems pretty big.
Yeah, this is and here we are just seeing it. Yeah, and if we open head 32, this red area around here would open up. So we're doing. Oops.
All right, let's get some more questions here. I was just showing actually what time it is, and we have a lot of show to get through. So we're gonna cruise through this. You start shooting some people. I'll fire some questions at you. Nick from the UK. Consoles get 4 armies, including the European Union. Why was this cut from the PC version?
The console version you're thinking about is called Battlefield 2 Modern Combat.
Correct.
And it's not the same game. It's about it's like what the Sims console versions are to the Sims PC. It's nowhere near as epic. It's got a kind of a single player storyline and everything. So the multiplayer won't have as many people. And obviously, if you want the full multiplayer experience, you go PC.
The Modern Combat has that cool effect where when you transfer from one soldier to the other,
you zoom in and out.
It's all crazy.
It's
all crazy.
It's all crazy. Zoom cam.
All right, quick, couple more. Boss Vegas in Canada. Ragdoll effects.
Boss Vegas?
Boss Vegas.
Oh, man.
Ragdoll effects and blood in the game. How's it looking?
They did a lot of physics stuff. The ragdoll is pretty cool. You can see people crumple when you just hit them, and it's pretty great. Some of it's over the top. You see bodies hurl in the air. That was one of the first things we noticed. Was just hilarious when you see a body just fly 30 feet up.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Jarrard from Ireland. It sounds as if their infantry weapons will work with a firing cone similar to the MP7 and Half-Life 2. Does the infantry system reward good aiming and not getting lucky with the firing cone?
Yeah. The problem with these modern weapons is like on full auto, they fire so many bullets, accuracy goes down if you hold down the trigger, and you can sprint too to throw off another guy's aim. So I think it's more like A-team physics. Okay, basically just bullets will fly everywhere. But generally, if you can, I'd aim a little lower on the body because the recoil tends to drive the muzzle up. But
just like real life.
Yeah. When's this game coming out, Jason?
Oh, this is the best part. It's going to be out within a couple weeks.
Really?
Yeah. It's done.
Right?
It is done, and it is in manufacturing right now.
We have all kinds of great movies for on the site right now, which I encourage everyone to check out after the show. Jason, thanks for coming by.
No problem.
That's demo 3 of 5. The on-the-spot truck moves on.
All right, let's keep rolling, baby.
Don't stop for nothing. We got one more trailer. It's a real quick one. Pursuit Force, best PSP game of E3 2005. Check it out.
This trailer's hot.
Never again 5 demos. Never again, by the way. Brad, welcome to the show. How's
it
awesome
going?
watching on the site. Brad's here. Hello, Brad.
How you doing?
All right, man. How are you?
Good.
Sweet. All right.
Talk faster.
No, I'm not good.
Batman.
Batman Begins
Batman.
coming out. Also coming out soon.
Soon?
Very soon.
Next Wednesday.
Next
actually.
Wednesday.
Yep.
You have the game right here.
I do.
Play it.
All right, let's go. As you can see, Batman is beginning here.
Go on.
So this,
All right, Brad, thanks for coming by.
welcome to 90 Seconds of Batman Begins. So Batman Begins is kind of your standard movie action game where it follows the storyline of the movie, but it's got a good kind of balance of beat 'em up, sort of straight ahead action, and also stealth stuff. Like you can see, I'm sort of Sam Fishering this door here with the optic cable. But excuse me. So it has a lot of stealth elements, and it has a pretty unique fear mechanic where you basically kind of enhance your stealthiness by how much you scare your enemies. So if I can find some enemies in the time allotted, I'll show you how that
Oh, you
works.
can find also, the main enemy in the movie is also the Scarecrow,
Yeah,
isn't it?
he is.
He's big into the fear and scare
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
So now this will let you do stuff like you'll be able to like make bats rain down on dudes and freak them out and drop things in the environment.
A lot of it has to do with manipulating the environment. You'll basically find little tricks you can pull off without the guys seeing you, so that they're basically like, what the hell's going on here?
Yeah.
Oh, it's the Bat, because they have no idea what Batman is.
That's right, because Batman.
beginning, so-
Exactly. So
He's not returning.
no, not this time.
Yeah.
Not for a while yet.
And there's no
So-
Robin.
Of course, you've got definitely not. So you've got all the crazy bat toys like the grappling hook there. You got some gadgets like you can hack stuff, but the main gameplay is a nice mix of beat 'em up stuff and stealth and the fear thing. So you get this little kind of picture-in-picture here that pops up every so often to show you what the enemies are doing nearby and kind of give you some clues as to how you can freak them out a little bit. And basically, once they're scared enough, it just simply makes it easier for you to kick their ass, basically.
Because, Batman's not some crazy mutant superhero, right? I mean,
No.
gunshots are going to take him down fairly quickly. So
Yeah,
it's
in
just kind of
fact-
to your benefit to.
In fact, this is very much a stealth game in that, like games like Splinter Cell, like 1 or 2 bullets and you're dead. That's it.
Yeah.
So you definitely have to be careful what you're doing.
Dylan Hammond in Rock Hill, South Carolina, he wants to know, is there more action than stealth? More stealth than action?
It's pretty seamlessly blended together, actually. Like, for instance, here I am, I've got this valve targeted over here. I'm going to throw a throwing star. See, they get freaked out, they drop their guns. See, my reputation has increased, so now, they're more afraid of Batman than they were before. So now they're not armed as heavily.
And that other guy was just like, "Hey, what's going on over there?"
Yeah,
for
you
a
can
sec.
see this guy's just kind of backing away from me.
Batman's got some moves, huh?
Yeah, he does.
Hey, there you go.
Yep.
Morgan Freeman taught him all that stuff.
Speaking of Morgan Freeman, what are we looking at for voices here in the game, Brad?
EA has scored the entire cast of the movie. So we're looking at Christian Bale, Morgan Freeman, Liam Neeson, Katie Holmes,
Michael Caine.
Michael Caine. I'm sure I'm missing some people because it's a pretty stacked cast. But so I mean, they've got all the likenesses, all the voices. I mean, this is definitely a movie game through and through.
Cool.
What do we have for this on the site right now?
We just posted a new hands-on the other day. We got a bunch of new movies. What I don't have time to show you is there are also some driving levels that play surprisingly a lot like Burnout. And we've got some movies of that, so definitely go check that out.
And this is like a traditional EA multi-platform swarm across
Yep, all 3.
Everything.
GameCube, PS2, Xbox, coming out next week.
That's correct.
Great.
On Tuesday.
And while we stall some time, ask a couple more questions, we'll get our lovely stagehand to switch consoles for us so we can do that was our 4th of 5 demos
Fourth
right
of
there.
5.
Right?
So the next one is
exact.
We're moving
Five.
on.
Next
All
one
right,
is the
okay,
last
yeah.
one, right? So let's ask another question. Does the game follow the story of the movie closely?
Well, I don't know the story of the movie yet, but as far as no, unfortunately no. But as far as I can tell, it's pretty much straight through.
Yeah,
Cool.
EA's been saying that it's going to try to stick to the script. So
Nice. All right, Sly 3.
Sly 3.
Tell us all about Sly 3, Brad. This is our, by the way, demo 5 of 5.
Yep.
Whoa.
We hit the mark.
We did.
Yeah, so Sly 3, obviously the third game in the Sly Cooper series. It's just a pretty typical character-driven, kind of cutesy, really quirky platform game. So Sly 3's here. Sly 2 ended on kind of a downer. The Sly team was sort of having a bad day. Bentley the Turtle has ended up in a wheelchair.
These things happen.
Yeah.
You know, you got to carry on.
Sly and pals obviously roll with the punches, so here they are. There's really no setup for the storyline in this demo that we've got. It pretty much just drops you right into this level where Sly, and there's Bentley in his wheelchair, and Murray, they show up in this bar here, and you guys can definitely see what's going on here.
From now on, this bar is Cooper Gang turf.
No problem. Let's see if we have any questions for you.
Okay.
Again, our man Dylan from Rock Hill. Are the game mechanics similar to the previous Sly game?
Yeah, it plays a lot like the past Sly games, but they're adding a lot of stuff. I mean, there are new playable characters this time around. Like, there's this kind of shamanistic koala bear character who can disguise himself as, like, environmental objects, and he can also sort of possess enemies and take control. There's some two-player co-op stuff. There's vehicular action. This demo has like a biplane kind of shootout level. So I mean, they're definitely really changing up the levels a lot. So you got a lot to do throughout the game.
Man, I would totally kick ass in a lemonade drinking contest.
Is that what this is right here?
That's what I'm trying to do right now, as a matter of fact.
Lemonade is good, man.
I'm a big fan. What, you country town? What do you like?
Yeah, country town.
Yeah, country town.
The other stuff doesn't have the same bite to it.
No, it definitely doesn't.
Yeah.
No, by no chance. So, Brad, while you're mashing on these buttons here and drinking lemonade, tell us about what's the story with the 3D glasses?
Well, this game has 3D glasses support. We unfortunately haven't tried it out just yet, but yeah.
Come on, Brad, don't lose.
I'm almost there.
Oh, okay.
So,
I've been using the glasses to play 3D World Runner for the NES, so I haven't really given them up.
Yeah. As soon as I can pry those out of Jeff's hands. But yeah, I mean, you obviously
drink.
Oh,
chugged. Yep. So here we go. I won, and now it's time to throw down with these dingoes or whoever these guys are.
I think they got striped tails.
Yeah.
Maybe they're raccoons.
But anyway, yeah. So I mean, obviously you don't see a lot of action games with 3D support, like real 3D. So
does it work? Have you tried it?
I haven't tried it yet, but definitely got my fingers crossed for it. So.
Oh, so you're actually so you're playing as a.
Do you get to switch who you're playing as?
No, at least in this demo, you're just playing who it tells you to. I'll kill a few guys as Bentley here. He's got these little kind of bombs in his wheelchair that he can drop out and blow people up with.
Like Alien Resurrection.
Pretty much, yeah. Exactly. But yeah, so obviously now I'm moving over and now I'm playing a Sly.
The game does it for you.
Yeah, at least right now. I mean, no telling how it'll work in the final game, but.
Cool. It still maintains that same look. I mean, that's been one of the things that's really stood out about the Sly series is that it really uses the cell shading really well.
Yeah, superb production values in this. The cinematics too, which I didn't get to show you, unfortunately. Really cartoony, got a really nice, unique art style.
So that wasn't that little cutscene we saw, or the little thing we saw at the beginning. They walked in that in-engine thing. That was not the cutscene.
That was in game, yeah. But there are also external cutscenes that are. Produced with whatever crazy magic they use to make this stuff. But
and now
this game is really appealing.
This game isn't coming out till the fall, right?
Yeah, this is out in September.
So far away, looks so good.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have it on again. We'll play it some more.
It's very possible.
Totally. It's all right. Thanks, Brad.
Yeah.
You stay right here because we're gonna wrap this show up proper style.
Heck yeah, we are.
We have a whole lot of stuff to talk about as we get out of here. First off, last week, let me grab some stuff here. We asked a trivia question. We said, who is the 8-bit video game character featured on some of the GameSpot E3 t-shirts? And if you name it right, we'll give you a GameSpot Live Crew shirt.
This dude.
Jeff, you hold it up. See that? Who is it, Jeff?
That's, well, I don't know. This is the hardest trivia question in the world.
Apparently, it's Duke Togo.
It's Duke Togo of Golgo 13 fame,
a top secret episode. We had like 100 people guess, and only 2 people got it right.
What were people guessing? Were people saying all kinds of crazy? It's
apparently
Mario.
No one saw the T-shirt, so everyone was just saying Link. And then we had some answers like Master Chief, and we said 8-bit in the question. So
this is Master Chief.
All right, TJ of California and Andrew Bentley of Maryland, you guys won yourselves some GameSpot Live Crew T-shirts. Congratulations. Everyone else, sorry, but let's give away some Fantastic Four stuff, shall we? We got some Fantastic Four stuff here. There's a movie coming out. There's a game. We have hats.
Saw the game last night, actually.
Was it just last night?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. And we have some sweatshirts here. We got all kinds of weird stuff. We have posters. We have so much stuff. I'm going to give it away to 4 people. We'll just divvy it up.
Because it's Fantastic Four.
Exactly.
Fantastic.
Jeff, what was the trivia question you came up with before we got started?
Something about the Wu-Tang Clan, but it turned out to not be applicable at all.
So,
okay. So let's just come up with them right now.
Okay.
How many people are in the Fantastic Four?
First, 4 GameSpot Complete members to answer that question right with a full name and mailing address win themselves some Fantastic Four.
And good luck with that
stuff.
one. It's offsetting the toughness of the last one.
It's true. So we have other announcements. come back to the site very soon. We're going to have a whole bunch. We're going to have a big blowout on the DVD. We'll tell you all about it. We'll show you a whole bunch more. Stay tuned for that. Also, speaking of T-shirts, is we're going to have some of our E3 lineup for sale.
We are in talks. There are meetings happening probably right now. Someone's talking all kinds of crazy. We apparently, yes, we will be offering some of the GameSpot T-shirts for sale.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
And there's also one thing I should have mentioned it while Jason was on here. There's a lot of chatter in the forums. People are wondering. Yes, GameSpot will be debuting the demo for Battlefield 2. No, it is not today. It'll be happening soon, and it is part of the build-up to the launch of Game Center. You do not need to be a GameSpot annual complete member to download the demo.
Right.
The demo will be available to everyone.
Yeah.
Game Center will not be coming out at the same time as the Battlefield 2 demo, but stay tuned. And when I say soon, I mean soon, but it is not like when this show ends. It is not at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, it's been crazy, man. People have been talking crazy about this demo.
Well, this game is awesome.
Looking at the game, totally.
But stay locked to GameSpot. You will not be disappointed.
Fully
locked.
Fully locked.
That's a show. Let's get out of here.
All right.
Thanks to everyone for tuning in. We'd like to thank David Littman from EA for coming by, Brad, Jason, and Ricardo for stopping by. Jeff, thanks for filling in for the Ryans.
Hey, anytime.
To our phenomenal crew, which did a wonderful job today. Of course, to all of you for watching, thanks, and we'll see you next time right here on The Spot.
Word.